You're sitting outside on a warm evening. Your friend next to you is untouched. You are covered in bites. You start to wonder if you did something wrong. But the real answer is far stranger. Mosquitoes are not choosing randomly. They are reading you. Your body is broadcasting a signal right now. It has been broadcasting it since the moment you were born. You cannot turn it off. You cannot hide it. And somewhere nearby, a mosquito is tuning in. Think about that for a second. What if the bug bothering you at the barbecue isn't unlucky timing? What if it's biology? What if your blood, your breath, even your bacteria are sending out a kind of invitation, and some people's invitations are simply louder than others? Here's where it gets strange. Mosquitoes don't see you first. They smell you. Specifically, they detect the carbon dioxide leaving your lungs every time you exhale. This is the first signal. It tells a mosquito that something alive, something warm-blooded, is nearby. Researcher John Pickett at Rothamsted Research has spent years studying exactly how mosquitoes track this invisible cloud of gas drifting from your mouth and nose. The bigger you are, the more you breathe. The more you breathe, the more carbon dioxide you release. This is part of why larger adults often get bitten more than small children. It's not about taste, it's about volume. But carbon dioxide only gets a mosquito in the neighborhood. It doesn't tell her exactly who to land on. Yes, her. Only female mosquitoes bite. They need the protein in blood to develop their eggs. Males drink nectar and never touch you at all. So every itchy bump on your skin is the result of a mother preparing for the next generation. Once she's close, she needs a more specific target. This is where your skin chemistry takes over. Your body is covered in bacteria, hundreds of species living quietly on the surface of you. And what you smell like to a mosquito depends almost entirely on what those bacteria are doing. Some people host bacterial communities that produce strong, attractive odors. Others produce a chemical mix that mosquitoes find far less appealing. This isn't something you control with soap or perfume. It's closer to a fingerprint, written in microbes instead of skin ridges. A landmark study led by entomologist Niels Verhulst found that people with greater diversity in their skin bacteria were actually less attractive to mosquitoes, while people with high levels of a few dominant bacterial species were bitten more often. Diversity in this case works like camouflage. A crowded, varied bacterial population creates a confusing scent. A simpler, dominant population creates a clear, easy-to-follow trail. So if you've ever stood next to someone at a campfire and wondered why the mosquitoes seem to love you specifically, the answer might be living on your own skin right now. Completely invisible, completely silent, and completely out of your control. Then there's your blood type. Multiple studies, including research published in the Journal of Medical Entomology, have found that people with type O blood are bitten significantly more often than those with type A. Around 85% of people secrete a chemical marker through their skin that reveals their blood type to anything smelling for it, and mosquitoes seem to have evolved a preference. Nobody fully knows why type O is more attractive, but the pattern shows up again and again across different studies, different countries, and different mosquito species. Your blood type, something you were born with and can never change, may already be deciding how your summer evenings will feel. And then there's heat. Mosquitoes have heat-sensing organs near their antennae that let them detect the warmth radiating off your skin from several feet away. People with higher body temperatures, often linked to pregnancy or higher metabolic rates, tend to get bitten more frequently. Pregnant women, in fact, have been shown in field studies to attract roughly twice as many mosquito landings as non-pregnant women nearby. Their body temperature runs slightly higher, their exhalation rate increases. Every signal a mosquito is built to detect gets turned up at once. Stack all of this together and a picture starts to form. Carbon dioxide tells a mosquito you exist. Heat tells her exactly where you are. Skin bacteria and blood chemistry tell her whether you're worth landing on. None of this is random. It is a layered system of detection, refined over tens of millions of years, aimed entirely at finding blood efficiently and reliably. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. Mosquitoes are one of the oldest surviving lineages on Earth. Fossil evidence places mosquito-like insects at over 90 million years old. They were biting creatures before humans existed. They bit dinosaurs. They bit whatever warm-blooded animals wandered the planet long before we ever showed up to complain about it at a backyard party. By the time early humans evolved, mosquitoes already had a fully developed blueprint for finding blood. We didn't create this threat. We simply became the latest target in a system that was already perfected. And it's not a small system. Mosquitoes are responsible for more human deaths, through the diseases they carry, than any other animal on Earth. Malaria alone kills hundreds of thousands of people every year, most of them children under 5, according to World Health Organization data. The itchy bump on your arm is a minor inconvenience. For much of the world, the same bite is a life-threatening event. The instinct that makes a mosquito choose you at a picnic is the same instinct driving one of the deadliest disease transmission systems in human history. So why does this matter to you scrolling through this video on an ordinary day? Because your body has been quietly negotiating with the natural world since before you could speak. You didn't choose your blood type. You didn't choose your skin bacteria. You didn't choose how much carbon dioxide you exhale or how warm your skin runs. And yet all of these invisible traits are constantly being read, evaluated, and acted on by something flying past you in the dark. There's something strangely humbling in that. We like to think of ourselves as the most aware species in the room, fully in control of our environment. But to a mosquito, you are not a person with thoughts and plans. You are a chemical signature, a heat source, a breathing pattern, a blood type. You are data, and she is simply running the calculations she has run for 90 million years. Next time you're outside and the mosquitoes seem to be targeting you specifically while everyone else stays untouched, you'll know it isn't bad luck. It's your biology speaking a language you were never taught to hear. The itch is just the proof that you were heard. And the real answer was never about luck at all. It was you, broadcasting the whole time.